Well, for those of you that don't know, Juneau got 80 inches of snow in a matter of days. It kind of wreaked havoc on the town. So we're going to start this video off with what happened on our last video that we published. Enjoy. Yeah, this weather's got to go. It's record setting. This is the longest, coldest snap that Juneau has had in the last 25 years. So this is not normal. And we would have been just fine if we would have done a supply run earlier and got all the propane tanks and a little bit more food. Wow, Skipper! Alright, well listen, good news, we are in 30 degrees right now. We got another foot of snow last night. Snow berms are getting a little higher. So this is Sunday. We didn't post a video today because of Christmas and everything, but hopefully Tuesday we should be able to go to town and get some supplies. I had to dig out. I'm going to try tomorrow to plow a road to the boat and take some fuel and some other stuff that we need to load in the boat. I'll have to shovel the inside of the boat out. So I don't know how much more snow we're supposed to get so far, but it's good to be back in the 30s. We were in the single digits way too long. Anyways. Oh, goodness. All right, I'll give you an update tomorrow when I start plowing the trail to the boat. Well, it's been over 2 months. Still haven't been able to get back to town. In December, we broke a 25-year record for the most consecutive cold days we had in a row, where we were like -4 to like 8 degrees. In southeast Alaska, that's considered cold for us. And then we broke, last night we broke the all-time record for 80 inches of snow in a month, so, or in the month of December, whatnot. Anyways, we're gonna try to dig our way out. So it's got a little snow today, and then for the next 3 days we're not supposed to have snow. The wind's supposed to die down tomorrow. Tomorrow's New Year's. I'm gonna try my hardest to get us into town. The problem is we're out of propane, we're out of gasoline, we're out of diesel for the tractor, and I've got probably a quarter tank of fuel left in this guy. So I don't know. Will we be able to do it? I don't know. Maybe somebody is going to come out this weekend if we can't make it, and they can bring me some diesel for the tractor. Then I can plow this junk out of the way. The good news is we've got 17-foot tide, so all I got to do is plow out to the water, and then there's a curve that is above the tide line, and I have to plow that. And then everything else the water should have got rid of. So right now I'm going to work on getting the Jeep uncovered, and I'm going to put some chains on the tractor. As you can see, my snow pile is getting a little out of control. And then we've got to dig up what we're going to take into town. I know I need my trailers back there. I need my trailer. I've got propane tanks over here that I got to dig out. We've never had this much snow. Obviously in the 10 years we've lived here, we haven't had that much snow, but apparently the last time they had snow like this, and that was 64 inches that we broke a couple days ago. That was back in 1964, and now we hit 80 inches today so far, and that's an all-time record. So anyways, good for us. We're breaking records. Bad for us is it's making our job to get over to the boat a little more challenging. Alright, I got the Jeep out. Sorry I didn't film it, but I'll film us knocking the snow off of it. we didn't make it. I was plowing around to the other side with the tractor, and the tractor, I needed to get it broke down, so I needed to get a tool. With all that being said, I am taking a helicopter flight out of here today, and I'll be returning tomorrow and fixing up the tractor, and hopefully we can get to the other side. We have had historical snow, historical freezing temps. Fred Meyer's fuel station it collapsed, the canopy on it collapsed, and so and then maybe 30 minutes later they made an announcement inside of Fred Meyer's that they were shutting the store down because of the snow load on the roof. And so so they closed Fred Meyer's down. I called, they said they're not open today, but they're going to open back up tomorrow. But Costco is open, so I am going to head to Costco today, and then hopefully first thing in the morning do Fred Meyer's. And then hopefully before noon I'll be back here. So I got a lot to do. I hear the chopper coming, so I'm going to get my gloves on and get down there.
Wait, babe.
Got a what out there? You guys need a snow machine. You never would have thought you needed a snow machine out here. How are you? Yeah.
So this is literally like 3 months of stuff, because we were right at the end of our month when everything went to hell, and but it's all going to be good now. Ugh. Let's get a picture of them all there. Look at you.
Definitely not aluminum.
Whew. Oh yeah. Question is, do we have room when they're full?
Heli Tetris. Yeah, it might be interesting when they're all full.
Yeah. Is there another thing on the other side?
Yeah, but it's full of, you know, our gear.
Oh, emergency stuff.
But we'll be able to come up with something.
You make kiss, children. Mwah.
Okay.
I'll be back tomorrow. Love you.
Love you, babe.
Well, there's my truck. I guess I'm gonna have to borrow a shovel. This has been a crazy mess. I got to town. So we've had, I'm sure I've said this, we've had record, 25 years record broken of consistent cold days in a row. We were down in the single to negative, low, like -2, -4, which is crazy for this area. And then in December, we got 80 inches of snow. Hold on. So Juneau is completely covered in snow. So much snow that normally we shop at Costco and Fred Meyer's. Well, the day before I came in, Fred Meyer's closed down due to the snow load on the roof, and they thought that it might collapse and they didn't want anybody in. So they've got shoveling crews out there, and they said they were going to open up the next day, but they did not open up the next day. And then I went to go get some pet food for the pups, and Petco was closed down. So they're inside of a mall with Sportsman's Warehouse, and that mall, Nugget Mall, is that whole thing's closed down for snow load. Luckily Costco was open, so I got Costco and I got my propane and gas filled, and that's the important thing. I've got more stuff than the helicopter can haul, but thankfully they run trips out to like Greens Creek, mine, and other areas, and they said if they've got a chopper going out that way, they'll just throw whatever's left over in that chopper and bring it to us at a later date. So we're taking the food, gas, and propane, and everything else that's like non-essential stuff we'll just leave here at Coastal Helicopter. Oh goodness, so I'm headed there now. We're gonna get it all loaded up and head back home. I talked to my wife earlier this morning, and she was a little worried because we're supposed to get another windstorm today, and then today's Sunday, and then tomorrow on Monday we're supposed to get 10 to 16 more inches of snow, and then it's supposed to snow for the rest of the week. We need a break from the snow. We need some warmer weather. Normally in this area, it'll snow, it'll warm up, to 35, 40 degrees. The snow, it'll rain, the snow will melt, and then not a big deal. Well, for the last 3 months, it has not warmed up above 32 degrees, and all the snow is just accumulating. So let's get the stuff loaded up. Let's get home. All right, quick side note. I got to town I got to my truck at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My truck had 3 to 4 foot of snow on it. I didn't have a snow shovel, so I borrowed like a push shovel, and then luckily somebody brought me over, one of the harbor employees brought me over like an actual snow shovel. And anyways, it took me 3 hours to shovel out my truck. And luckily, I'd have been there longer, but luckily 2 Coast Guard guys came by and helped me do the last little bit. So that expedited some stuff. Anyways, it's just been... Oh, so what I was getting at was, so then I put my truck in 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive don't work. Man, right now, if I didn't have bad luck, I would have no luck at all. So, oh goodness. So once we get back to town on the second time, I guess we'll have to investigate. I mean, it could just be something's frozen, like the mechanism that locks the 4-wheel engage could be frozen. I don't know. So hopefully some warmer weather will come, and then we can investigate on what's up with the 4-wheel drive. Stay tuned. Hello, sugar. I made it.
What a sight for sore eyes, dude. I was like, oh no, I don't want to deal with all this snow by myself.
He maxed out our biggest and strongest helicopter. We have no more room.
Set that down and let me give you some eggs. There's one. I can give you the other one. I forgot these. Liz had to swing. Your mom goes, "You forgot your food." And just like that, he's gone. All right, now we just got to move all this stuff up because the tide's coming up pretty quick.
Careful when you shut it, make sure it's tighter. It wasn't shut.
All right, well, I dropped some stuff off at the beginning of that trail. The stuff to get the tire repaired. Obviously the 10 to 19 inches of snow is blowing now, but it's also blowing at 35 knots right now. Stings the eyeballs, so I put my goggles on. I couldn't get all the stuff to the tractor because it's already built up some snow berms that are a couple feet deep. So I just dropped at the entrance of the trail where I could get where the beach, the tide has come up and I just can't get no farther in the Jeep. I guess we'll hand carry it the rest of the way. But I feel good. I think we'll get this thing knocked out in hopefully an hour. We'll see. Hey, sorry for the abrupt ending on that last part, but we were having a 20-foot tide with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and the tractor was right at where the 20-foot tide would be. So there was a possibility that it could have got, well, there's a highly possibility that it would have got wet because everywhere right around where it was taken over by water, and just that little area. So maybe the back tires wouldn't have been in the water. I don't know. But long story short is the batteries were cold, the camera kept dying, but it's been a few days now and the snow has pretty much, well, I don't want to say it's gone, but it is. We've lost several feet, probably 3 to 4 foot of snow. So I'm up here by the boat now. I still have to clear this area to get our Jeep up here so we can lower our boat down into the water. But this whole 2025 snow megadon or whatever they're labeling it, I mean, knocking on wood, I think we're through the worst of it, because we are warming up into the high 30s. It's raining. The snow is melting off the boat, off the ground. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. So I think there's been 3 commercial buildings that have collapsed. A few homes, the roofs collapsed on them. It's just been a hot mess. Our neighbor's tent, it collapsed. Then there's a friend of ours that he actually came out a few days ago in his little boat to check on his place. His tent inside in town that he puts his boat in collapsed, and he had like an aluminum frame on top of the boat like I did on our old red boat. That totally collapsed, and it smashed his cover, you know, his like vinyl cover. Come here, Raven. So anyways, oh my gosh, we are finally over this madness. Put a fork in it, we are done. Hopefully the worst of winter has came and now behind us, because that was rough. So we're gonna call it quits here. I'll finish shoveling out the and plowing the way for this boat, so we can get the boat in the water and get to town. But I mean, literally we had to have taken the helicopter. We were out of everything. We still had food, but everything else we were out of. All right, thank you guys for watching. Live free. Sometimes living free means you get in precarious situations. All right, see you next time.